for prom queen. I don't like to touch this.
But did she not say?
You picked on Brandon, okay?
Caught me at the right time, baby. Oh, I was at the end. I was at the end. Make me feel like that.
Say hello. Tell them where you're going today.
Homecoming.
They can't hear you. Speak louder.
Homecoming.
So what's the vibe? What are we giving today?
Cute.
You want to show me and them what you have in mind for today? Let me see. Smoky?
Or like this.
I got 30 minutes to do this. Let's get on to it. Well, I like you today. Take your glasses out.
Can I put my contacts in?
You have them?
Yeah, I'll put them in the bottle.
Yeah, put them in first.
Oh, so no,
Yeah, put them in first. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and welcome if you're new. Go ahead and subscribe and join the vibe. So as you can see by the title, today I am doing my sister's makeup for homecoming. This is her first homecoming, and it's her first time getting a full face of makeup. So I was like, girl, we gotta get you right. And I just, you know, it was just so weird because like this is like my little baby sister, and like I'm doing a full face on her, like, excuse me. So I wanted to keep it age appropriate, but I wanted her to be happy with it as well and not like half-ass it, you know? So I'm starting off with skin prep, and I went in with a serum. I'm going with a moisturizer and then a illuminating primer. It varies per client and per look, but this is what we're doing today. All the products will be listed on the screen and or below. And so I went in with an illuminating primer because as the makeup wears throughout the night, her natural skin's gonna come through, her skin prep is gonna come through, and it's gonna give a very glowy, you know, more radiant, youthful type of look. So that's why I'm prepping the skin like that. See, micromanaging me. She's talking about put some right there. It gets dry. Okay, girl. But I did go in with a matte foundation because I didn't want her makeup transferring through the night. She's never worn a full face. So I knew she was probably going to be touching her face without knowing or resting her head on stuff or something. And I didn't want her to have like imprints in her face. So I wanted it to be locked in, but not like casket ready. And there goes Julian. He came by to curl her hair later. You guys will see the final look at the end. I did take some pictures. So yeah, I went in with the Estee Lauder. Y'all, if I don't put the shades, I literally forgot. I was moving so fast. I had 30 minutes to do this. So, and I wanted to record it. So I'm just moving. So I applied the foundation and then I sprayed it with some Morphe setting spray. It helps me blend it out, and it helps again with the longevity. She was, when I tell you, she was being so strict. Like, you guys are gonna see her bossing me around. Y'all think I'm bossy? She is bossy, okay? Most times with matte foundations, they are gonna look a little lighter once you apply it, but once they dry down, think of like paint. Once it dries down and oxidizes, it is gonna be a little bit darker. So it was a perfect match, but right now I was looking a little like skinted, okay? So I am going in with this camo concealer by e.l.f. just to give her face some warmth. Not necessarily a contour, but warmth. Like, think of a liquid bronzer is basically what I'm doing, but I'm using my concealer because concealers are multi-use, baby. You can use concealers for highlighting, contouring, bronzing. You can use it as foundation. You can use contour for literally everything. So that's what I'm doing, and as you can see, it's bringing like a subtle warmth to her skin. And I like using the hydrating one because it blends out a lot better. The matte camo concealer, or the 16-hour wear one, I love that one, but it does dry down faster. So I do like to use that one just under the eyes strictly. And you guys are going to see how I use that later. First, I went in with the hydrating e.l.f. camo concealer, and you guys can see it's very close to her skin tone, but like a hair lighter. I was trying to keep it very subtle because I didn't want to, you know, overdo the makeup look, especially since this was her first time wearing a full face. We didn't want to do too much. So I'm just building the look slowly and seeing where I want to go from here. So I blended this out. I love the finish of this concealer because it is like a satin finish. It looks more natural, more skin-like, and it just wears really nice. So don't let the word hydrating scare you. Even if you have quote unquote oily skin, you can still wear this because it is long wearing. So once I blended it out, I looked and I was like, you know, she could use a little extra. So I went in with the e.l.f. Camo Concealer, which is more of a mattifying and, in my opinion, more full coverage version of the concealer. And I lightly placed it and blended it out. And it was not super bright because it blended into the first concealer. So that's why I typically use 2 concealers. A lot of people ask, like, why do I double conceal? Because it just blends all together. And I personally like to build my looks up and see what to do next instead of just going in with the super bright concealer from the beginning. Does that make any sense? If you're a makeup artist and you're looking for that powder in your kit, this is the one. Pause this video, purchase it, come back and thank me later. This is truly a no color powder, not translucent, not white. It is truly a no color, so it does not alter the look of your foundation if you set it, your concealer, nothing, and it works on all skin tones. When I say all, I mean all, and it looks flawless and it is long wearing. So next I'm setting all over her face with this L'Oreal Infallible, and I'm just setting that foundation and locking it in, and then I will go ahead and bronze. I didn't do any heavy contouring or anything like that. I just lightly bronzed, and you guys are going to see how messy I did it, just so that it just looks a lot more effortless and not so sculpted because of my sister's her little baby face. I wanted to keep her face like that, so I didn't want to like sculpt her face too much, you know? When we started this whole process, Courtney's like, oh my gosh, I love blush. I'm a blush girly. So I'm like, okay, you like blush? I respect it. Pick your blush shade. What do you want, girl? She picks the reddest blush in the palette and then is like, that's enough. That's too much. I'm like, girl. But I feel like when you're doing makeup on a younger client, I would do more blush than bronzer or contour because it's still gonna kind of sculpt the face, but not in a grown way. It's gonna still give them that youthful, vibrant look. So now I'm doing a little bit of highlighter on the nose. This is from, like, I don't know, Black Radiance palette. And oh, I did highlight her face. So yeah, I'm doing highlighter on the face too. And yeah, I don't remember doing this. That's crazy. So next is gonna be her eyebrows, guys. Her eyebrows. So you guys see my sister got some eyebrows on her. I am so jealous. She has the fullest eyebrows. So she actually did not get her brows done before homecoming because she breaks out so bad when she gets her brows done. No matter if it's waxed, threaded, whatever, she just breaks out. So she's like, I really don't want to get my brows done because I don't want to go to homecoming with my face broken out. And I said, cool, we respect it. So I just told her I was going to sculpt it, and this scared her. She said, can you like tone that down? I said, just trust the process, babe. Trust the process. So this is a trick that I like to do, especially with people with thicker brows. I like to carve the bottom out with concealer. I have not added any brow product yet, but I like to carve the bottom out, and it gives the illusion of like a freshly waxed or arched brow without you having to add too much. So once you see how the brow looks after you've carved it out, you can lightly add to the brow instead of overdoing it and making their brows look super big and blocky. I like to keep a natural brow. Brows are not like my what's the word I'm looking for? My forte. I don't freaking know. This is not my thing. I'm like an enhancer. When I do makeup, I like to enhance. I'm not ever going to transform you into a whole different person. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just my take on the whole brow thing, especially for people with thicker brows. This is different if you have lighter brows, and every client's going to be different. But for this specific scenario, we kept it very light. So I'm going in her crease with bronzer because I just really like doing that. And I kept telling her, keep her eyes closed. She just would not keep her eyes closed. Like, Courtney, please. We got about 5 minutes left, please. Anyways, like I was saying, I went in with bronzer, then I went in with a darker brown and just built it up in the crease, and that was literally it. I don't even remember what palettes I used, but baby, get your bronzer or get some browns and pop it in the crease. So star of the show is the Moon Dust. So I started off with this shade on the lid, and I had to get her approval. You see that? Like, is this okay with you, boss? And then I was gonna build the look up, so I asked her, like, do you want it smokier? Do you want more glitter? She was like, no, this is fine. So I just built this up on her eyelid, and then I went ahead and went to the lash line. So at first I was not gonna do a wing liner, but as I was looking at the look, I'm like, the wing liner is gonna be the icing on the cake. So I started off kind of smoking out the lash line with some soft browns because I did not want the look to be super harsh. But then I eventually did use liquid liner on top, and she really liked it. Like when I put the liner on, she's like, oh, this looks great. And I was like, period. If you're a makeup artist, this is going to be another staple. This is the Absolute New York gel eyeliner. This is comparable to like the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide, whatever. This, but for $4. This is the best eyeliner. It doesn't move. It doesn't budge. It is really a gel liner, so you can imagine how it glides. But once it dries and sets, it's stuck. It's locked in. Love it, love it, love it. Get it, purchase it now. I do get it from the beauty supply store. I had a hard time finding it online, but I do get it from the beauty supply store. And then I'm using the Wet n Wild liquid liner, and I just wanted to do like a little wing, just a little flick, and she was really stressing me out because she just kept blinking her eyes. Courtney does not sleep with her eyes closed. She's one of those people who sleeps with her eyes open. So like this was very hard for her, and it was like really stressing me out, but we got through and it looked fabulous. I'm using the Morphe Continuous Spray again just to break down the powders on her face and make everything look nice and moisturized. And I did go in, I snuck and I added a little bit of brow pencil to the tail of her brow. Just added a little bit of something, you know, just a little something. And then I put powder over it just to lock it in and tone it down. She had no idea. And then I'm going in with some Demi Wispies, good old regular Demi Wispies. They used to be $1, you guys. Now they're almost $4. Inflation is making me sick. And I'm using mascara. I pick up any mascara, child, that's on sale because I use disposable makeup ones anyway. Disposable makeup wands. No, mascara wands. Why couldn't I say that? Anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I just make sure it's black and it's waterproof and we're good to go. So my sister's eyelashes are very curly, so I was trying to like straighten them as I was putting mascara on it too. And then I put the lashes on. I did cut the ends of it because I didn't want it poking her inner eye. So you guys are going to see when she looks up, it is going to kind of have that half lash effect. But once I pinch it together and add more mascara, it was seamless. The lip liners from Absolute New York are amazing because they are a gel formula as well, so they blend like a dream, but when they dry and set, they're in place and your lips are locked in. So I'm lining her lips ever so lightly and blending it out, and then I went in with a pink gloss. It was like a NYX butter gloss, and then I topped it off with the MAC lip gloss. The MAC lip gloss, you guys, is amazing. If I do a glossy lip, I'm always topping it with that because the finish that the lip gloss gives you is like nothing compares to it. But I had asked Courtney, I'm like, girl, what color lip do you want to do? She's like, I was thinking like red or like a hot pink. I said, girl, we need to compromise because red, you're really pushing it and you're really trying me right now. Time to lock everything in, and I'm using an actual setting spray. This one is amazing. It kind of reminds me of the Urban Decay All Nighter spray. Pro tip. So yeah, that was pretty much it. I just finished blending her lashes in and pinching them together, adding more mascara so that it didn't look crazy, and that was a completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was a little different than what I normally do on here, but I really wanted to show you guys this. And you guys are always asking about, you know, me as a makeup artist. So here we are. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.